Alright guys, time to do the decaling. Got two of the little Garmilla symbols there. You can even actually see them, they're so tiny. But yeah, here's the decal sheet. So you actually get a whole bunch of spares, it's kind of cool. And you get these bigger ones here. But you only use them on the alternate color scheme. This one here, in the splinter camouflage. You only use them there. Don't use any decals on any of the ships. Well, with the exception of the, I don't even know what to call them. I'll just call them Bussard collectors, because it's kind of what they are, if I'm comparing it to the Enterprise. And then, yeah, it only says to use one here, but I'm betting it's on both sides, so I'm going to do that. So here's the top turret. I gave it a panel line wash. I just haven't painted on the orange. So what I'm going to do here is put the decals on. Once they're dry, I'm going to add just a slight coat of future on top of them. Paint these orange and then flat coat it, and basically we're close to being done. Oh, I need some solvent. I'm going to use Tamiya Mark Fit Strong. It seems to work pretty well with these in getting them to stick. And here's my decal brush. I always keep this cap on it so I don't accidentally grab it and accidentally use paint on it. This is just one of these Humbrol paint brushes that you get free with the kits, the starter kits. They're very nice brushes. So I use it here for my decaling. Or as some of you have notified me, decaling. Sorry guys. That is a Canadian thing, I guess. Okay, these symbols are a little different. I'm sure I got the right stuff here. Hold on. Come in. Come in. Come in, paper. Yeah, weird. That's really weird. There's white behind him, but it's out of register. So it actually looks kind of funny. Okay, so there's that one. And spin her around and paint one here. Oh, a little more solvent. So, yeah, they're out of register. That kind of sucks, but whatever. It's not the end of the world. Especially on a little Mecha kit like this. It's actually going to help you see them. Stick down. Oh, great. Stuck on my tweezers. Come in. There we go. Make that straight. And cool. Awesome, that looks great. So that's it for decals, seriously. And what I'll do in a little while, like in 5 minutes or so, I'll just take some more solvent, I'll just brush it on there. That'll help melt the decal and help it conform more to the surface. Again, you want a glossy surface. Decals stick better to glossy surfaces. They will stick to flat surfaces, but not as well. You won't have that same adhesion. Plus, gloss surfaces help get rid of the silvering effect, so you really want to have that happen. So yeah, it looks pretty good, and I'm quite happy with this. Yeah. So now let's just leave it alone. I did just paint the tracks here. They're all painted black, and then we'll get to those in a little bit. We're gonna dry brush some colors on them, or maybe just a color. I don't know yet. But yeah, these Bandai Decals, very, very nice. So I'm always sad when they don't include these and they include stickers. Like with the Analyzer, they include stickers and not decals, which is sad because Bandai make very, very nice decals. They really stick to the surface, which is pretty darn awesome. So yeah, what can you do? I'm just going to go make one for the Analyzer when I find the paper. But yeah, almost finished this kit. It's very, very fun little kit to do. Alright guys, so this is just a little bit of track weathering here, just so that I get some more color in here. On the show, they are black. There's nothing on them, but I'd like to add some color on here. So I have some, I painted them flat black. Now I have some metallic gray. This is XF56. It's a very, very nice color. I've got it on my brush here, and you just saw I pulled most of it off. And all I want to do is just lightly dry brush this gray on here. Because it's just a nice looking color, and you're going to see it because it's quite dark, so I don't want to use like silver, but yeah, I quite like this color here. So this is all there is to it. You just go along and you can dry brush the insides. I'm not really worrying about the insides as much as I am about the outside. This one I don't even really have to worry about because you're not going to see much except for these corners on there, which are going to be touched up anyways. So, and if you want to, like if you're building like a regular tank, you know, you paint them black like this. Like say I'm building a, you know, panther, tiger, whatever. I'd paint them black, and then I would dry brush this gray on top of it, and I'd probably go ahead and depending on what I was, you know, doing with it, do I want to have it dirty? Do I want to have it muddy? I might dry brush a little bit of silver if I want to make it look more worn out. You can go ahead and dry brush some browns in there to make a mud effect. So you can see there's just this nice little tinge of silver. Looks quite nice. Quite happy with that. And it's just, again, it's just picking up on all these little details. And yeah, so figure out what your, you know, what your tank is going through. You know, if it's sand, like if you have an African tiger or something like that, typically that would be silver. They didn't, you know, they didn't get a lot of mud or dirt. It was just sand polishing them. You might want to have some sand in the tracks, which would look pretty cool. And you know, just simply dry brushing your tank tracks, you can add a lot of depth to your model. And it's just really, really a simple way to add some more detail. And so I'm almost done this here, and then I'll be ready to attach this onto the tank. Now, I used to dry brush all the time when I was younger. It used to be something I'd do on like every model, and I haven't done it in a very long time. I don't know why. I just never really liked it. After I was like, you don't dry brush, you airbrush. No, there's lots and lots of modelers out there that dry brush, like more than I thought. I was like, wait a minute, that's dry brushed? You gotta be kidding me. Nope. So, in particular, if you want to learn like good ways about dry brushing, I almost hate to give them any kind of publicity, but Citadel Games Workshop rely kind of heavily on some of their models on dry brushing, and so I was actually in a Games Workshop store. I was killing some time, and I went in there, and they had these display cases with all the models in there, and I was able to talk with one of the guys there, and we just talked for about 20 minutes about modeling and how they painted this stuff. I just wanted to know how they, you know, how they did it all. So it was a pretty nice guy to chat with, and just to, you know, have some fun there, and I learned quite a bit about, you know, how these guys get these really nice looking models and stuff, and they do it all without airbrushing and stuff like that. So you can achieve very good results. People always ask that, do I have to have an airbrush? And the answer to that is no, you do not have to have an airbrush to have nice looking models. You can do it by hand. You just gotta research it, practice it yourself, and it's a technique you gotta work at. So, as you can see here, simple dry brushing, looks pretty awesome. I'm gonna let this dry, dry that is, and yeah, then I'm basically ready to do the tank, put it all together. I also painted this front here metallic gray. I think I mentioned that on here in the instructions it's red inside, and I looked in the show and there's nothing red. It's just metallic. It's just this kind of metallic gray color. So that's all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna paint the inside because I didn't see it in there, and I quite like just this, because painting that red in there, that's quite a bit more work. I might accidentally, kind of ruin some of the brown on there. So, anyways, that's about it. I'm gonna go let this stuff dry and then continue. So this is a bit weird. Here's the tank. It's September, and I finished this back in June, but I forgot to film the last part of the video. But yeah, it's been several months. But looking back at all the footage, I still remember a lot about this kit. This is a really nice little tank model. I really enjoyed the simplicity behind it. It's still quite a complex little model, but its design, especially with the tank treads, is super cool. I really wish like a lot of other companies would just steal that and do that themselves for like miniature gaming and things like that. It just makes painting it a little bit easier, and it's got nice detail in it. And it's a very, very fun kit. It looks great, and it's a shame that Bandai haven't released all these little Mecha Garmilla kits, separately, so everyone can buy them. But again, it's a really nice little kit. Glad to have built that one. And I'm going to show you guys the other ship that came with the kit here. This is the one that my brother built, and quite proud of this one for him. He took this to the model show in Manton this summer here, and quite a few people liked it, so I was quite excited for him. It's a really nice model. I was actually helping him paint this one. He wasn't having as much fun airbrushing. It's kind of weird. I think it's because how he writes differently. He writes very strangely. Like to hold a pencil, he kind of uses these 3 fingers, and he holds it really strange. And I noticed that he can't quite airbrush with like mine, the triggers on top. And so I painted this one. I kind of made the suggestion to him that he should buy a trigger, where you hold it on like a handle. And so he's going to do that soon. I can't remember what the colors were. It's been a while, unfortunately, but whatever colors I recommended for the kit, he did use. I think this is JA green, and this is the IJN green, which looks fantastic. I like it a lot better on here than on a Zero. And then for all these yellow pieces, they are RLM yellow from Model Master, and when you give them a flat coat, they look really nice. Definitely adds to the look of the ship. So I'm quite excited, for him to have completed this one. He got to again take it to the show, and it sat on this display base here, the Garmilla insignia. And I'm going to include some pictures of this ship as well on the blog. It's a big model, and it's really nice and fun to build. He was showing me it as he built it. He built it in 2 halves. It was kind of cool. So he built the light green there, and then he built the darker green on top, and then he left off just all these yellow pieces and added them on last, and then painted in all the little detail. But for the rest of it, it's a really great kit. This little mecha ship. The decals are very nice. I didn't have any problems with them. Really liked them. And again, it's just really fun, and I really enjoy just the different design of this kit. So, and it's kind of fun. He said he didn't want a green one, and he said you should, make it brown. And I quite like having it this brown color. It allows you to see more of the panel line detail and stuff. So, to me, that just makes the ship pop out a bit more. So, really cool model. Actually, both of them are really cool. So, if you have a chance and you're looking into getting this kit, definitely do it. I think it's well worth anyone's time that wants to do it. So, thanks everybody for watching. This is Rebels of Cloud9. Yeah, be back with whatever the next build is going to be. I'll see you guys next time.